Hello, Geminis. All right, Geminis, the moon is in your sign. So happy first quarter moon. Boom. It's in your sign, Geminis. Talking to you wherever Gemini is in your birth chart. Let's do it. The energy has already been cleared, already sent back any dark magic, spell work, anything that could try to attack you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. All right, so we're in the first quarter moon phase, and I've already posted. For those of you all who are new to my channel, welcome. Coming back, welcome back. I've started posting the moon rituals on my shorts, also on TikTok, also on Instagram. So if you're into moon rituals, there's information over there on that. We also have a playlist for North Node. So if you're in the wrong job, wrong career, that's 10th house, North Node. I do have videos on that as well. So playlist, I'll attach it to these videos under the videos. But let's get into it. I've already prayed over your cards. I already asked for clarity from source for you. As we're getting closer and closer to this full moon, we're going to have a full worm moon on the 14th. And on the same day, we have a total lunar eclipse. The full moon is going to be in Virgo. You and Virgo are ruled by Mercury. Your sign rules third house. And so, and then the day after the full moon, when we're in the waxing gibbous moon, your ruling planet and Virgo's ruling planet, Mercury, will go retrograde. So you really want to slow down and pay attention to how you communicate. Mercury is a house of communication, intellect, rationalize, skills, those kind of things. And so third house is just like early education, intelligence, sibling interaction, logic, reason, communication skills, short trips, hobbies, those kind of things. But now we're in year 9, 2025. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. Sagittarius rules 9th house. So that means that the way you communicate is very different than how you used to communicate. So some of the same interests that you had when you were a child should be different now. Especially if you're watching tarot, you probably weren't watching tarot as a kid. So your spiritual knowledge is increasing, and so certain energies you can't talk to them about tarot. And I'm just using that as an example, or other things, spiritual law, those kind of things. It's too much of a friction there. So source, instead of saying you just going along with people's flow, that's an opportunity for you to clean house. To clean house. Those energy got an issue when you're going to hermit mode, so it's giving you an opportunity to clean house. Venus is retrograde. Venus is about love and money. If you have been having money issues and problems, so it's saying slow down, because those two are connected. So if you're still arguing with people, that time is money. You're still arguing with people about spiritual views and they basically judging you. Source is saying that's 8th house. 8th house is all about transformation. At some point, you're going to stop arguing with people about your beliefs. So today will be better than I expect. That's your intention that you're setting. That's right. Every single day, set an intention. Intentions are very, very powerful. As you're setting the tone for your day. Today will be better than I expect. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Let's get into it. Geminis, talking to you again, wherever Gemini is in your birth charts. 153, inner strength. Positive results are ahead. Somebody else got this card in their reading. 153. So you have declined the right thing at the right time. So something you declined right at that moment. You didn't even realize what you were declining. Maybe you had an opportunity to join in the negative conversation about energies, and you decided, or align yourself with some karmics and just decided, nope, let me pull out the sword and just cut them off. And that could have even been just in your prayers, just in your thoughts. You may have made a case. Remember, your card is the Lover's card, and that Lover's card is about decisions. You may have made a decision at the right time to just focus on loving yourself and saying you're not going back to even overthinking people who talk down to you or see you as less than. Your spirit guides are working, so positive results ahead. You have declined the right thing at the right time. Your angels are applauding this recent focus on self-discipline. I love it. The toxic things you say no to produce positive results in the long run. And by making these decisions, you are telling the universe you are worth the effort it takes today to live your best life tomorrow. Sit in gratitude as you reflect on the goodness you've done for yourself when you've said no to something that isn't for you. You took the initiative. Like I said, to vibrate at a higher frequency, you can remain positive with energies, but when it comes to karmics, two types of energies. One has to come to passive and powerless behavior. The other one is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. You can absolutely vibrate at a high frequency and still pull out the sword. Still pull out the sword. Let's get into it. You absolutely can vibrate at a high. You don't have to say anything negative about people. Just, hey, look, you moving on. We're not on the same frequency. They're trying to loop you into something. Hey, loop you into their way of thinking. So it's just saying, you're crystal clear. That's why this inner strength card came out. Yeah, you're going to loop you into some kind of judgment that's coming down on some people. Judgment is coming down on some energies who are obsessed with you. And anybody that's connected to them, you need to cut them off. This is your whole reading right here, for real. Anybody that's still connected to people who are obsessed with you, relocating wherever you live, watching you like a hawk, anybody from any love interest, anybody that's obsessed with you. So you still talking to certain people who are still, they can't make a decision, and they sitting there listening to people who are obsessed with you. So it's like, if you don't cut them off, then you're actually throwing yourself into, you got to learn how to see things from a higher frequency. You're throwing yourself into their flames, their fire. They want to be a part of something so bad. That's what Source is trying to tell you. And we're not even talking about just blood relative family. They want to be a part of something so bad. They're being recruited, people who feel worth less, and they don't even know what lies behind the door. Source is saying to you, you better know your worth. And it looks like you do. And that's what saved you, your inner strength. You knowing your worth and having standards and values and enforcing a boundary of, like, you don't care who's judging you. That is what's helping you. These energies are obsessed with wanting to be a part of something where people are treating them less than, talking down to them. Some of these are your family members. Some of these are your ex-partners or love interests or whatever. They don't care as long as they're part of something. And that's who is being recruited. The ones who don't know their self-worth. So, yeah, they're being disposed of because they can be used to be doing anything. And so somebody blindsided you a while ago. Somebody said something to you that really blindsided you because they had two people in their ear telling them, oh, you can be a part of such and such. You can be a part of. So it's just like, that may have hurt you for a minute. But now things are becoming, it opened up your third eye. Something opened up your third eye. So, yeah, you're tossing some things into a burning bowl. Yep. Energies, like I said, who on the dark side of 8, they want to be a part of something so bad. You are now enlightened. They're depressed. It may have depressed you for a minute, but Source is saying you may feel bad, but they made a choice. You know your worth. Those energies will do anything. Anything. Yep, anything. Including being involved in any kind of rituals to sacrifice people, including you. So, and that can be any kind of way, including you. That could be passing diseases on to you, anything that's incurable. Somebody needs to wake up. Here we have the Page of Cups here. So you got some good news coming across your path, but it's good news for you could be, because these energies are also recruiting other energies who are younger, who don't know their worth, don't know their value. So the good news is that whoever's younger is attached to this older energy. The older energy, you're going to be cutting them off altogether because they're at a point where they just gone. They're let people, they've been on Earth longer, so people have been treating them less than for longer. And you've done everything you could possibly do to save that energy. But they just gone. They just for any reason, they just want to be a part of something. A younger person, who was feeling worthless is starting to get to their north node. They're starting to get it. Somebody is starting to get it, that they are good enough, that they are worthy, that they have purpose on planet Earth. Remember, if you don't know your worth, other people will set your worth for you. So Source is saying you being in your North Node and enforcing boundaries is inspiring more people than you realize. So here we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you're going to feel very, very fortunate to have a guardian angel that told you how how worthy you are. And so that's where your breakthrough is coming in, because you're letting other people know. If you really want to help people, you let people know how worthy they are to you. That's what you tell your kids, your adult kids, it don't matter, they younger, older, whomever. Tell people how much they are worthy to you. Tell them that you appreciate them, because they're looking for somebody to look up to that's already in their North Node, and that's what Source is trying to tell you, is like, get in your North Node. Get in your North Node. Know your worth and know your value. So you telling your kids, hey, listen, you got all these influences around you. You in your North Node, guess what? Source will keep you so busy you only had time to hang out with the people you used to hang out with. Including the adults that are still looking for purpose. Right? You're a light high priestess. You've gone through enough dark times yourself, and you come into the light. There you go. Light high priestess. I love it, Gemini. You're light high priestess. I love it. So Source is aligning you with other light high priestesses. It's going to help you to stay focused. That's going to help them to stay focused. It has a chain effect. It's going to help them to stay focused too. So somebody in your family may have rode a motorcycle when they were alive. People thought they were running away from something, right? When they were trying to stay focused. And for them, they could have been running away from death, of being sacrificed, right? And so Source is saying to you, you gotta stay focused when it comes to knowing your worth and your value on planet Earth. There's a lot of people who are just walking around as a zombie. They feel like, okay, they can't learn nothing new. They don't have a purpose on planet Earth, and they're just waiting for somebody to use them. And so Source is saying everything is being rebalanced right now. Everything is being rebalanced right now. So you're free. You're free. And so you're going to have a message that they are free as well, because they now know their purpose. They now know their purpose. So here we have the Three of Cups here. So you can be grateful that 3 situations are behind you now. That the energies that were talking about you behind your back. So it's to say you're free. You've done your assignment. Your assignment was to help people to see what their worth and their value was in your life. That was your responsibility. That's part of a chain, a generational curse that needed to be broken. Y'all know the term, the idle time is the devil's workshop. That's why some of your loved ones hanging out all hours of the night. They feel like, okay, they just out here just all over the place. Didn't know what the purpose was. If you don't have any reason to be outside, don't be outside. Where you going? You gotta go to the grocery store, post office, mailbox. There should be a purpose for why you out, right? Knowing your worth and your value, right? So somebody has caused a bunch of confusion. There's a dark magician, and remember, there's a lot of all of these are genderless, right? A dark magician has caused a lot of confusion for people, trying to recruit people. Here we have the Three of Cups here. And so you and somebody are going to be grateful that you all know. This is a family member. See, these are people that you sat around and talked to. These are family members that you have set yourself down and talked to. So you and somebody now, who both of you all may have been depressed. It could have been you and your child or kids or whatever could have been depressed. So it's just saying, y'all free. Y'all free. Any old able-bodied grown adult who thinks that you're talking down to them because you're saying, hey, unless you had a purpose for being outside, why are you hanging out with this group of people? They act like they just aimless. They don't have a purpose. Why? And you don't talk to me any kind of way? Okay, just trying to help. That's it. And you're moving on. You're moving on. Yeah. There's a lot of different ways that people are sacrificing people. And so it's just saying they're karmics. These energies are they're karmics. Shady, being shady towards people, You know, any kind of way to make people feel worthless. So you're not part of that group. You're very responsible, you know, and so you're helping people who have been bullied to know that they have worth too, worth and value too, right? So you're waking up. So you're very responsible energy. I'm telling you, I tell people every day, we talk to them, how much you love them, how much they worth to you, all of that. Because people are being sacrificed left and right daily. So let people know, right? Sit yourself on your throne, carefully vet your thoughts. Don't have any complaints about saying people who, especially energies who have been around families who have made them feel worthless their whole lives. Their friends make them feel worthless, make them feel like they got to wait until they get to where they're going before they can help them. So it's just like this is a whole part of the collective community. If you know 10th house is going to help people to find the perfect career for them, so why would you gatekeep information? Why? When everybody reaches their north node, it actually helps the entire planet. So source is saying, yeah, somebody is trying to dig themselves out of a hole. They're trying to move on. You know, financially, they're trying to move on and feeling worthless. When I say dig themselves out of a hole, it's not even just financially. It's them feeling worthless, feeling at their lowest point. So source said, why would you hoard information if you have a platform to help people? To get away from shady energies. Use it. I think there's so many people on social media. They're out here helping people. Like, you got a purpose in life. You helping, you know, keeping people, trying to keep people in their. It's a lot of opposition out here that's hurting people. And so it's saying you want to be the one of ones that's helping people. So somebody, I don't know who has tattoos, but somebody has tattoos and creating a bunch of confusion. So meditate and contemplate. It's a Pisces out here. So it said you need to meditate and contemplate. Some energies out here was chosen to recruit some energies. And they are getting paid a lot of money to recruit. But they have not done the deep sea spiritual cleanse themselves. So it's just saying be still and let source download some messages to you. Because you have a belief about who the energy is, but you're looking for concrete evidence. That is why this full moon in Virgo, you're going to say, source, help me to be meticulous. Help me to be more meticulous in what I'm not seeing. Because somebody's being paid a lot of money to recruit energies and to be other people's opposition, including in their own family. Here we have divine source. So help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that you have a plan and the right actions will come. You are my source for all. You are my source for all. They have a whole backing of an organization that's paying them to recruit people to be shady towards family members. And source needs you to be, I'm talking about a fully in light high priestess mode. You don't need to be confused, distracted, nothing. If that means you got to go into hermit mode and start remember who you sat around and listen to people talking down to people, and are they condescending to you? So it's like that's who they are. That's how meticulous you're gonna have to be, because the enemy is very crafty. There it is, a devil card right there, 7 of Cups. You're going to have to listen. If you've been in their presence and they seem like they on something high, drinking, talking about sleeping with other, it's okay to sleep around with other people's spouses, but what's wrong with that? It's nothing, because that's what they're doing. You're going to have to pay attention. You're going to have to pay attention. If they automatically telling you that your loved one cheating on you, that's not always the case. That's not always the case. They're the ones that's watching Light High Priestess on YouTube and on other platforms to copy their entire flow. And so sources are, you're going to have to start going to the About section and start paying attention to these dates. Start paying attention to these dates. That's how you're going to also get back in the saddle again. You're going to start paying attention. You're going to start seeing the intro's the same. They got the same kind of flow. You're going to have to go back to the earlier videos to see who they're copying. Yeah, so source is saying you're going to end your time with somebody because they're very immature when it comes to the energy of money. That's all they care about is big money. They don't care who they sacrifice for it. They don't care who they using for the money, all of that. Judgment is coming down on 2 energies. they losing their apartment, or they losing their, where they live or whatever, condo or whatever, because they accepted a lot of money to recruit all of these energies. And sources saying to you, their apartment, condo, or whatever, to recruit all of these energies, who are trying to raise their frequency, and these energies out here lowering people's frequency, accusing light workers of being negative. Right. We're trying to talk about restricting people. Oh, that person needs to be restricted. That person needs setting people up, doing the absolute works. Blindsiding people, restricting loved ones, saying that people need to be put away in mental institutions or locked up. They doing the absolute most. They are a part of a group of energies who've been causing people nightmares. So, if your kids or spouse have been acting unusual, and you like, okay, I don't recognize this person. The way you're going to battle it is with love. Operating in the spirit of love, agape love. That is how you're fighting back, in agape love. Because you're sure not going to put your hands on somebody. That's crazy. Who putting their hands on somebody? Sources say that's how you fighting back, with just in operating in love, letting people know how much they're worth to you. You don't know what they kind of dream or download or nightmare they're waking up to in the morning, or whatever time they wake up. First text they should see from you is, I love you, I see your worth, your value, you're important to me, all of that. So a new chapter is happening. Sources said, what do you want? When things seem to be falling apart, be aware that things may be coming together in new ways that suit the next phase of your life even better. So what do you want? If you react negatively to success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. Another way that you're going to be able to know, too, is let's say you're married to somebody, or you're complimenting other people, right? You're talking about how much of a big heart they have, and how much, whatever, these energies are being shady towards energies. Like it's a teenage competition. They're being shady. Well, you don't know like I know them, because I went to their YouTube channel, and I would have done it this way. I would have done. So it's to say that you raise your frequency. Light high priestess energy is not about that stuff. If you're operating in in your 10th house north node, you're not looking at everything as a negative. Everybody had to go through a dark night of the soul, and to step into the light. Instead, you're looking at it as like, okay, yeah, energy may have said something that could have been triggering from the past, but they also offered a solution, right? Very much like, and I put these moon phases rituals online. People can use that. We have playlists. We got a second channel, knowledge channel, telling you what house your zodiac sign rules, like you're a rule 3rd house. You can take somebody back through a dark period, but you also helping them, letting them know that you're headed in the right direction in the light, enlightening people from within. So it's saying, but these energies, they just shady towards people. No pressure. So instant manifestation, the door is open. So you are one of a kind, right? So no pressure. When you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more. Give more of your pure, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it, right? Instant manifestations. The soul and mind working together create a dream in the heart. You have nothing to lose. You carry the dream. Your intention is pure. Be ready to receive. The door is open. So pure intention can open doors in the universe and make the impossible possible. Believe deeply in goodness and watch the magic happen, and then you're one of a kind. From the moment you emerge into the world, you've had extraordinary talents. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. So somebody is really, really desperate for money, and they are recruiting people in this dark magician energy. They're astral projecting, doing the works. So if you're having issues in your marriage or your kids, the first thing they're going into is the negative about, oh yeah, they must be cheating on you. They doing this and that. You think everything you're saying is so negative. So it's just saying no. But are you offering a solution? Because they're not offering solutions. They're watching everybody else, trying to copy everybody else's style. So here we have the wisdom. Use your wisdom. Use your best judgment. Source is within you. You should be making any human beings your God. Source is within you. So you have a gift that's coming your way. Use the opportunities that arise. But again, duality. There's light and dark to everything. And so Source is saying these energies are trying to make themselves seem like they're the better half of something, when if they're not offering solutions, they're too busy copying everything. And what they're copying from people, people are catching them copying stuff. They're copying bank account records. They're breaking into people's computers. They're copying information, and people are catching them left and right. Light workers are catching it left and right, sharing the information with you all. So is that a negative when you're operating in your North Node? No. You had to come out of your South Node to even get to your North Node. So if a person is enlightening you about, okay, these are the things that's going on, but these are the solutions to help you with this, that is part of your community. So if you're still looking at something as, oh, that's just so negative, every time I tune this person, that's exactly what these energies want you to do. Is say, okay, to stop watching so-and-so because they just so negative. They always talking about the negative, trying to keep you naive. But Source is saying to you, you're getting it. You're getting it. Today will be better than you expect. Something has been exhausting for you, but you have a guardian angel, and that's a part of your community, and you are a perfect fit in the community, right? So love affair. Don't lose your mind. Beware, love affairs at work rarely end well. Stop being distracted by what's going on in the workplace. Stop being so distracted by that. Stop being distracted. Somebody is still talking about somebody. Oh, this person misled me in the workplace. I thought this and I thought so. Say, raise your frequency. Raise your frequency. Raise your frequency so you can pay attention to what's going on in your family. That there are energies out here that's trying to empty you out in order to have a whole new lease on life. So, whether it was a work affair that was going on or not a work affair that was going on. So it said, be truthful to yourself. So don't get distracted. I'm so hurt. I gotta, this person on my job, they listening to all my issues and problems. So it's like, okay, you just digging something deeper. Forget all of that and having these situations going on at work. So stay focused. Stay focused. Affluence. Yeah, affluence. Yeah, affluence. That's how some of these energies are getting you tangled in some stuff. You or somebody else. So anyway, that is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful. See you in the next video. Like I said before, your ruling planet Mercury will go retrograde on the 15th of March. Pay attention. You don't communicate the way you used to spiritually, especially if you're watching tarot now. I'm sure you didn't watch tarot when you were a kid. And so Source is saying, there's a real serious transference of wealth that's happening right now, and people they seeing, okay, well, I don't have any money in my bank account. We're talking about wealth of knowledge and information that can make you very wealthy, right? So Source is saying, if you're too distracted to even notice that something was going on right up under your nose from somebody, a younger person who was very immature with money, aligning themselves with organizations who are stealing right from under your nose because you're so busy talking about this person at work and this person that. Source is saying, okay, tap into your inner strength, but positive results are ahead. So today will be better than you expect. It'll be better than you expect. You don't need to be feeling like you're being pulled in two different directions. If you even consider dating somebody that you work with, stop. So you can get clear-headed. So Source can download some things into your spirit. Use your wisdom. Use your wisdom. Use your wisdom. So if somebody rejected you in the workplace, and anyway, I'm talking to men and women, somebody rejected you in the workplace, stop talking about it. Just be grateful that Source was protecting you from something. And I'm not talking about any diseases or none of that. I'm not talking about that. Not even the, sexually transmitted demons, which you only have to have any physical intercourse with somebody to be in there. Source is trying to help you to learn how to stay focused and value what's at home. That's what Source is trying to tell you, what's at home. Not that if you're not married, or if you're married, your spouse and your family. But that's what Source is trying to tell you, because some people are looking for some attention, and it's going to empty you out. You looking on the outside, oh, that person's a gold digger. They just want me because I'm in a particular position. They just want me because I got money. They just want me for this. So it's just like somebody wants your attention. And people out here recruiting people who want your attention so bad, they gonna end up draining you dry because they looking for love. They looking for love. And so the way that people are being sacrificed is they out here with their friends. Their friends out here, causing them nightmares, getting them caught up in stuff. You waking up. That's what I have for you. See you in the next video.